When it rains, it pours. Forecasts now call for thunderstorms over Donald Trump's military parade in D.C. as nearly 2,000 No King's Day protests prepare to flood the streets across America, backed by a powerful new ally. Welcome to the No Spin Zone. Graphs Grievances starts right now. On Saturday, June 14th, Donald Trump will get the spectacle he's always craved: a military parade down Constitution Avenue in D.C. His 79th birthday and the U.S. Army's 250th anniversary rolled into one giant display of military might. 7,000 troops, 28 tanks, 28 Bradley fighting vehicles, 24 horses, 2 mules, a dog named Doc Holliday, and a forecast calling for 90 degrees humidity and possible thunderstorms. The Pentagon is calling it a, quote, national special security event. Flights at Reagan Airport will be grounded. Roads will be closed. Costs could reach as high as $50 million. And all of it is being paid for by you, the taxpayer. Why? Because one small man wants to feel powerful. Because one small man believes the country belongs to him. Because Donald Trump thinks he is king. And here's a twist: even Trump's own party can't fully stomach this pageantry. House Speaker Mike Johnson isn't going. Senate Majority Leader John Thune, also a no. Senator Rand Paul of Kentucky called it goose-stepping. Senator John Kennedy of Louisiana said, quote, "A lion doesn't need to tell people it's a lion." Even back in 2018, when Trump first floated this idea of a military parade, top Pentagon brass reportedly told Trump that this kind of thing is, quote, what dictators do. At the time, Senator Lindsey Graham of South Carolina called it, quote, a sign of weakness. But weakness has never stopped Trump before, only emboldened him. In his mind, insecurity demands a flyover. In case it wasn't already clear, this isn't about honoring our troops. It's about glorifying one man. It's about turning the military, our public servants, into a backdrop for Donald Trump's ego. He's not celebrating the Army's 250th anniversary. He's using it as a cover to hold a birthday bash for himself, complete with tanks and rockets and fireworks. And while he salutes the hardware, peaceful protesters will face what he's promising will be, quote, very big force. Trump told reporters this week that demonstrators, quote, who hate our country will be met with a very heavy force. So, no distinction between peaceful assembly and violence. No acknowledgement of the First Amendment. Because in Trump's mind, dissent is treason. Resistance is criminal. And democracy? Well, democracy is just an inconvenience. The good news: America is fighting back. Not with weapons, but with their voices, signs, and bodies in the streets. Across the nation, more than 1,600 No King's Day protests are planned Saturday. In towns big and small, Americans are standing up to authoritarianism. They're saying this country doesn't belong to a king, and we sure as heck aren't going to fund a coronation for one. Organized by groups like Indivisible, the No Kings movement is shaping up to be the largest anti-Trump protest since the start of his second term. Some projections say over 2,000 marches could occur. One of their slogans says it all: no thrones, no kings, no crowns. This is a day of defiance, not just against Trump, but against the idea that any man can own this country. This weekend, we are going to see a stark split screen of America. On one side, Donald Trump seated like an emperor on Constitution Avenue, flanked by tanks watching fireworks light up the sky over a very divided Capitol. On the other, everyday Americans marching through streets, fields, and city squares with handmade signs, standing in the rain and chanting words our founders bled for. No taxation without representation. Power to the people, and we the people. This contrast isn't just aesthetic, it's moral. One side believes in a supremacy of one man. The other believes in sovereignty of the people. Trump wants to rule. Americans want to vote. He wants to intimidate. Americans want to organize. Trump wants to silence dissent. Americans want to amplify truth. And like always with Trump, there's a grift attached. According to the Wall Street Journal, Trump's wealthy donors are being offered VIP access to his military parade and other military readiness events to occur later this summer. Translation: if you pay up, you get a front row seat to Trump's power fantasy. It's not just undemocratic, it's frankly disgusting. Using the military as a backdrop for political theater. That's bad enough. Monetizing it for personal gain, that's authoritarian kleptocracy, plain and simple. Even some unexpected billionaires are now speaking out. Christy Walton, a Walmart heiress, is breaking ranks with her conservative and very powerful family. She took out a full-page ad in national newspapers this week, urging Americans to join the No Kings protests and to, quote, defend against aggression by dictators. That's not nothing. It's a signal that the anti-Trump movement is growing beyond traditional Democrats in traditionally blue places. This weekend could be one of the most important symbolic battles of Trump's presidency so far. Because June 14th isn't just Flag Day. It's not just the Army's birthday. It's not just Trump's grotesque parade. It's a test, a mirror, a question posed to the nation. Are we a democratic republic, or are we subjects of a king? When Trump sits on his throne, flanked by tanks, and basks in the glow of fireworks, paid for with our tax dollars, the world will be watching. But when millions of Americans march, sing, chant, and protest from coast to coast, they will be answering that question themselves. They will be proving that patriotism doesn't look like a missile. It looks like a crowd. It sounds like dissent that chants and goes on in rain or shine. So if you're wondering where real America stands, just look outside. Look at the signs. Listen to the voices. Follow the storm. Because while Trump plays king, the rest of America will be celebrating what it means to be free. Thank you for watching Graf's Grievances. Let me know what you think. Please consider supporting my channel via the Venmo link below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, and join me tomorrow for more.